On today's show, is McDonald's delivering a winner with their new Western BBQ burger, and is the Shamrock Shake still getting the job done? Welcome back to That's Rank, your home for food news and reviews. My name's Chris, and today we are headed back into Ray Kroc's personal playground because McDonald's has decided to bring back a former limited time offering, although once again, it's only here for a limited time with the Western BBQ Quarter Pounder. I've never had one of these before, but given that the original Quarter Pounder is my favorite thing on the menu, I'm gonna give this one a go. I've also got a Shamrock Shake because, come on now, I'm not made out of stone. Now, the Western BBQ Quarter Pounder was originally released about a year or so ago around this time, and it was a fairly popular limited time offering. Fairly simple in design, it takes a standard Quarter Pounder, tops it with barbecue sauce, bacon strips, crispy onion strings, pickles, and 2 slices of cheese. Now, it's not to be confused with the Western BBQ Quarter Pounder of the same name that McDonald's had tried back in 2015 because that one had white cheddar and grilled onions on it. Now, America, I've got some bad news for you. This burger is strictly Canadian. I know that that's got to be a tough pill for you to swallow, and I hear you. You want to try all the cool stuff that we're getting up here. But I do need to remind you that you've still got access to both the crispy chicken sandwich and that sweet tea that makes your teeth hurt with every single sip. Also, I'm a little bit jealous of the fact that you've got your breakfast biscuits, and I'm not gonna lie, I know that they're no good, but there's a principle. Besides, what would a Western BBQ burger be in the USA anyway? This sandwich has absolutely no place on your map. Like Fresno, California, is that gonna be the next hotspot for slow-cooked meats? I don't think so. Texas, don't at me. I've referred to the top geographical expert in the USA to determine your location. That would be NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, and he assures me that Dallas is in the east. And now, before you come at me with the fact that McDonald's is not real barbecue, I'll have you know that the original McDonald's location in San Bernardino, California began their operation in 1940 as McDonald's Famous Barbecue. It wasn't until 1948 that the McDonald's brothers just changed the direction because they saw their hamburgers were far and away their most popular product on the menu. So if you were to say visit McDonald's in, I don't know, head smashed in Buffalo Jump, Alberta, which is in fact a very real city here in Canada, you'll know that if you were to order, say, a slab of brisket, that you're getting the same experienced meat cookery that has been going on at McDonald's for over 80 years. Granted, they don't sell beef brisket, but if they did, that principle applies. Same as it would down in Dildo, Newfoundland. Also a real city. All right, guys, what do you say we get a little bit closer and take a peek under the hood? Okay, taking a look at this, I'm sure the first thing you notice is just how bacon heavy this is. And I appreciate that because if you're gonna cheap out on anything, make sure it is not the bacon. Unfortunately, it does look like they cheaped out on the sauce and the onion strings, although if you take a look here on top of the bun, we do have some of both. And I looked at the bottom of the burger as well. There is additional sauce along the bottom, actually a substantial amount more than we've got up here on top. So good news is ahead. We are covered on the sauce. I would like a few more onion strings, but all in all, they did a fairly good job of making sure that we're covered here. Now, of course, just looking under the hood is not enough. I know y'all want a good cross-section. Why? I don't know, but never let it be said that I don't read the comments section. All right, there you go. As requested, there is the cross section. And taking a look at it for myself, I feel very comfortable in reporting that this certainly is a burger, all right. All right, good friends, good meat, good God, let's eat. All right, you know it's good if I'm going for a second bite before I even comment. And you can see the sauce just dripping out of it. They didn't cheap out on the sauce after all. There's tons on the bottom. That's fantastic. For a fast food burger, that right there is really good stuff. First of all, I assume that you're not new here, but if you are, I have a huge affection for barbecue sauce from McDonald's, specifically the sauce from up here in Canada, which is not the same sauce that you have down south. I hoard the stuff here. My son gets the McNuggets like once or twice a week, but he eats them with ketchup because he's got the palate of, well, a 4-year-old. So We get the barbecue sauce packages, and I just hang on to them for any meat-related needs. You know, judge me all you want, but I love finishing my slow smoked ribs with McDonald's barbecue sauce. The crispy onion strings in here were also super welcomed. One of the parts about the Quarter Pounder that I actually like the most is those nice big chunks of onion on the burger. But if you had to go about replacing them, these onion strings are a fantastic way to go because it leaves the crunch without any of the lingering onion breath that would plague me for the rest of the day. The pickles have the same thing. The bacon is crispy, the cheese is, well, the cheese might in fact be plastic, but at least it's a tasty plastic. The only knock that I could take against this, and it's a very small complaint, but it's the same sort of issue that plagues a lot of the McDonald's menu, which is it's exceptionally salty. It's a seasoned patty, then you've got the cheese, the bacon, the pickles, even the barbecue sauce. It's all very salt-heavy ingredients, and there's not a lot of contrasting flavors above and beyond that. There is a little bit of sourness from the pickle, but like a really fresh tomato I think would be very welcomed in here to help break up some of that salty monotony. Overall though, I gotta say, this has to be one of the top limited time burgers they've ever rolled out with, and I absolutely love this thing. I will warn you, probably not a shock, but it is hefty in calories, coming in at 630 just for the burger. And if you add fries to it, you're over 1,000 before you've even taken a sip of your drink, and we're gonna get into this very shortly. Now, the good news for those of you that are in forestry, however, if you were to cut down trees with a chainsaw non-stop for like a full hour, you'd burn this burger right off. I'm not in forestry, however. This is gonna stick with me for a while. I'm what they call an ass sitter. And now, speaking of caloric monstrosities, ladies and gentlemen, the Shamrock Shake. So the Shamrock Shake has been a staple on the McDonald's menu since 1970, although originally it was a lemon-lime sherbet with vanilla ice cream. Now, the recipe was later tweaked to be the flavor of mint inside of a vanilla shake, and thus the magic of the Shamrock Shake was officially born. You can even do some secret menu stuff with this too, if you're so inclined. In the States, for example, they actually have a Shamrock McFlurry, but up here we don't have that. However, you can still get them. Just ask any McDonald's to mix in the Shamrock flavor into your ice cream. And if you'd like to do something a little different with the shake itself, consider mixing half of a Shamrock Shake with half of a chocolate shake, and then you've got yourself a McLeprechaun. The Shamrock Shake also used to have a mascot. What, you don't remember Uncle Ogrimacy?
My Uncle Ogrimacy is coming to visit, and I didn't get him a present.
Ah, a Shamrock Shake coming up.
Oh, sure, and Cora, how's me little nephew?
Here, Uncle Ogrimacy.
Oh, you shouldn't have a Shamrock Shake, I take it. Oh, it's great. It's green. Where on earth can we get more?
There's only one place on earth to get a Shamrock Shake. McDonald's. But only for a limited time.
I better have one then.
Sure,
and Cora.
What the was that? Now, Uncle Ogrimacy has not been seen since the 1980s, and some people allege that he was kicked out of McDonald land due to his ties to the IRA, but the reality is he died from gangrene. I mean, just take a look at him. That is not a healthy color. Jolly on the outside, rotting on the inside. Although alternatively, I guess it's possible that he lost all his money at the track, couldn't afford to buy food, lost 450 pounds, and now lives inside of a trash can down on Sesame Street. You know, I'm not prepared to rule anything out. You know, despite the fact that this is going to kill me faster than Uncle Ogrimacy, that's the best shake in the McDonald's lineup, and it isn't even close. I know, it's just mint syrup inside of their vanilla shake, but it's bloody amazing. Simple is simple. Oh, I gotta go easy. I got the child size because I'm going to remind you, I don't have a gallbladder. There's no way that I'm going to be able to finish this. I'm going to give the rest to my son, who is going to spend the afternoon stuck to the ceiling from the sugar high that he's going to be on. This has 500 calories, and that's just the child size, all the way up to 1,120 for the large. I'm not even kidding right now. Like, if you got a large, you're not only going to take down more than half of your day's recommended caloric intake, it's also got 150 grams of sugar. This one here, this child size, 66 grams. I want to be mad about that because those numbers are outrageous. But then I take a sip of this blissful cup of magic and I'm just taken away to a faraway place. Probably because I'm hallucinating from sugar overload. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Of course, I do plan to be back again tomorrow, and if you haven't already done so, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video so you can be the first to find out whenever the next new video drops. I appreciate your ongoing support nearly as much as I appreciate that Uncle Ogrimacy is no longer causing me nightmares. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Ciao for now.